I'm gonna be showing you what is going on right now with inverters. Okay, I'm not gonna be recording a video of the actual inverters. I'm gonna be showing you what's going on in the application that I'm using to monitor the inverters, and that's your application. That's the application from your company. As I mentioned to you, that application has a delay, but that's not an issue. It's actually working, but it has a delay. Okay, it's not working 100%, the way it's supposed to be, but it's actually working, and it's been doing good with the normal delay. But let me show you the status of these inverters. See, all these inverters here, the first four, they have a yellow dot. That yellow dot is not normal, okay? So they're supposed to be green. The two that are gray, those are the ones in charging mode. The other four are the ones working in parallel. But let me show you on this side of the um, of the monitoring application. You see, the normal supposed to be green. So the dots that we have in yellow, they're not working normal. And then the ones that are offline, they're gray, and the yellow ones that we have four of those, they're the yellow ones. That's an alarm, and the red one is a fault. Okay, so if you go back, you can see the four dots are yellow, and the two that are charging mode, they're gray. So, but the other ones are working. I mean, but they're not working like the way they're supposed to be. Those supposed to be green. I don't know if there's a problem with inverters. I don't know if there's a problem with the application, but they're not working like the way they're supposed to be. I mean, they're working. They're generating power. When they're working, these inverters, they're working great. The problem is when they change the frequency, or when they fail, or when they start rebooting. And as I mentioned to you, if we keep one inverter working, if we keep all the inverters working as singles, they're working great. They can stay working 24/7. But if we change it to two in parallel, we're able to keep them working 24/7, two inverters. But when we change to three, that's when they start rebooting. And they reboot probably once or twice, and after that, we're able to keep them working 24/7 without any more problem. But that's three. And then when we go to four, then the problems is just start becoming too much. We start getting the rebootings, we start getting the frequency changes, we start getting it just fails all the time, and I mean things like that. It's just terrible. But anyway, let me show you here. By the way, it's already 4:35 in the morning here, so you're gonna see the battery status here. See, the battery status shows 50.1 volts, and that's what 91%, and that's on inverter number one. If you go to inverter number two, take a look there. It's also 50.2, and it's what, 92%. And like I mentioned to you, all this, there's a delay, okay? It's not the actual things that are happening right now. That's what the application is showing, but it's always behind. The application is not live. And then there's this one here, 50.3, and that's what, 93%. Then inverter number four is 50.2, and that's 92%. But anyway, there's a little bit of difference there. But like I said, it's just not 100%. I mean, the application works, but not the best. But it's working. And let me see what else we have here. Okay. We can go back to actually this one. This one is going to show you the energy consumption. Here, where it shows the 24K, okay, 24,000 watts, we're using only almost 2,100 watts, okay? And it's 4:36 in the morning. So let's say 2 hours from now, we're gonna start getting plenty of power. So we have plenty of batteries. We can use batteries day and night, like I was telling you. That's not a problem. But we normally can use them during the night, because during the day, solar panels are putting all kinds of power out, and your inverters are converting it to power to recharge the batteries and for the power consumption. During the day, we're normally using from 10 to 14,000 watts. That's just for all the appliances in the house, like refrigerators, televisions, lighting, microwaves, and also for the pool pumps, that we're running two pool pumps for like the electric gates and stuff like that. Okay, that's during the day, and all the air conditionings too. We have several mini split units running. I think right now we have 11 units, but we're running about 9 units during the day. I want to add more because we need more. But anyway, But that's, like I said, that's from 10 to 14,000 watts during the day. At night, you can see that's going to be the consumption about 2,000, 2,500, sometimes 3,000, depends on the hour of the night. Um, but anyway, that's what we do on a daily basis. The problem is when these units are rebooting, or failing, if they reboot, all the hundreds of devices, smart devices that we have, they get disconnected. So that's the problem. The other problem is when they fail. When they fail, these inverters, when they're working in parallel, they don't reboot anymore. So we have to go and manually shut down everything, turn off the breaker for the load and everything, and restart everything. Turn off powers, the DC power for the batteries. We have to turn off the breakers for the solar panels, and we actually physically have to turn off the inverters, the whole thing, And like I said, the breaker for the load, we have to turn it off. And after that, we have to go back and turn on the power of the batteries, turn on the breakers for the solar panels, or actually turn on the inverters and then the breakers for the solar panels. And after all that gets started properly and there are no red lights and everything's working properly, then we can go to the breaker of the load and turn it on. That's what we have to do every time that we get a fail, And that when you're using inverters in parallel, like 6 units will give you reboots every 5 or 10 minutes without the magnets. With the magnets, you'll get less, but you're still gonna get a lot of reboots. So starting from 4 units, that's when the problems get real bad, With 3 units, it might be acceptable, but not right, With 2 units, they work great. Not a problem at all. But I know the magnets are helping. And like I was telling you, I'm probably willing to buy some longer cables and some more magnets and see if I can fix this problem. But I need this problem fixed because right now I'm tied up here to my property all the time. I'm not able to go out, because we don't know when these units are going to fail. So it's kind of terrible, it's bad. I mean, right now, like I said, we have plenty of power. That's not an issue. And if I wanted to turn on the television right now, I can do it. If I want to use the microwave, not a problem. And like I said, refrigerators are working. All the lighting of the property is working. If somebody wants to go out, they can open the gates. Not a problem. Everything's working great. The problem is not dependable. But anyway, let's go back to this. And I'm going to show you also some other things that happened yesterday during the day. Okay. This is what happened during the day yesterday. Okay. The voltage actually went down. It dropped down from the normal range. That's supposed to be 108 to 132. It went down to 107. It went down to 107 volts. So that's a problem, And let me show you here. And that's the normal voltage that we have in this property. Like right now it's 119. And this is just with battery power. This is not with the solar panels working because, like I said, it's right now. Look at the time. It's 4:41. 4:41. It's just real late. Actually, it's probably later than that. But anyway, that's when I took the screenshot. But anyway, this is how it works, like I was telling you. And that's the problem that we're having. I think the magnets are working, but they're not fixing the problem 100%. So I'm probably going to be buying more magnets and more cables, and I'm going to try it myself. I'm going to try to fix it myself because I ask you if you guys have cables or more magnets or something. But actually, with the cables the way they are, I'm not able to put more magnets. I have to put some other type of magnets, or I need to buy longer cables to be able to make this. To be able to put more magnets. And I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try that. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna let you know. But I like to see videos from other people using 9 inverters. That's the maximum. 9 inverters working in parallel. And I like to hear from them, and I like to see if they're actually able to use them 24/7. Because there's something wrong here with these inverters. I don't know what it is. It's just how is it possible that these inverters can work single units 24/7 without any problems, 2 units without any problems, but then when you start jumping to 3 or 4 or 6, it's terrible. Like I said, 6 is just impossible to use. Not even with the magnets. I tried it with the magnets, and it just didn't work. Didn't work properly at all. So Anyway, I just wanted to report this to you. I'm gonna be uploading this video and I'll share this video with you. And thank you for your patience. And like I said, I've been trying my best. I'm trying to have a lot of patience, and I'm trying real hard to make these units to work properly. But it's just they're not, and I don't know what the problem is. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is. I figure these units are too new with your company, and unless somebody else is reporting like myself, I'm always reporting to you guys, hey, these are the problems. This is what I'm noticing. I mean, you already noticed. I changed 3 of those main boards. That was a lot of work to replace those main boards, and I did it. Now the units are working. Okay, but I mean, they still not working properly, 100%, but they're working, and they're charging great. Okay, and when they're working, they're just working wonderful. I mean, the specs of these units, they're great. The only problem is they're not dependable. And the magnets are helping, like I said. The magnets are helping, and I think those capacitors that we put to the connectors of the solar panels, to the input to the inverters, coming from the solar panels, those capacitors, I think they're also helping too. But all this should have been done at the factory, not for me to be adding more magnets, not for me to be adding capacitors. All this should have been done before they got delivered to me. Everything should have been done before. I mean, honestly, I feel like a guinea pig. I feel like a guinea pig. I feel like somebody's just testing everything on me. Like all these inverters, I'm being tested by me. And me as a customer, honestly, it's hard because it's exhausting. It's just too much stress, every single day. Not able to go out with my wife, because if I go out and then we lose power, everything can go bad in this house. All the stuff that we have on all those refrigerators. We have 4 refrigerators full of stuff, If these inverters go out and nobody's here to restart them when they fail, then everything's going to go bad. So anyway, thank you for listening. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing this video with you. I'll be uploading this video right now, and that way I'll share it with you. Thank you. Take care. Bye.